What's up, guys? Today we've reached 2,000 subscribers and I'm gonna show you how we make beats. I'm here with my friend IGNACE ALEYA from Tolerated Cinematics, and yeah, I'm gonna give you a lot of tips and tricks, so make sure you check out the whole video. And alright, let's get into it. Bam! So a lot of guys have been asking me how I create beats, so I thought about making this little video. To be honest, I don't really have like a plan. I just start making my beats. Normally I start with a melody, but it can also be a beat. So let's get into this beat that I've been making recently. I made it yesterday. Yeah, let's have a listen to what kind of synths I'm using here. So one of the synths that I used is this crazy flute thing that I found. I thought about, I mean, it sounds a little bit, I don't know how you think it sounds, you know? It sounds spacey, annoying in the beginning. You would say like it's annoying, like I don't like the flute, but in the end I was finding this little melody, basic like this. You see, so sometimes you can have melodies that really sound maybe annoying, or you think like, I don't know, but at the same time you think, oh, it has a little extra spark, and then you get interested, and if you find a nice melody, you can start with a beat. So let's record this song and let's go for it. Let's record this sound, and let's go for it. Then we stop and we have the first melody. Okay, drums. So I started this little video with some drums. It's a little kit that I created before the video. It's some snares. Where do I find my sounds? I sometimes record them myself. I go to studios with the drums, record the snares, kicks, you know, like creating your own sound pack, but I also sample. Snares that I really like is snares from Future, like Metro Boomin, Sony Digital, but also the old school guys, Dr. Dre, Scott Storch. I look into a lot of samples, pick them out, and I also buy packages, of course. Support people who make sample packs, really do. It's easy to steal, but if you really want to get serious with your business, you also want to appreciate the other business, so pay for samples, okay guys? Pay for the program. I'm using Ableton. Yeah, it's true, right? You gotta, a lot of people just think like, oh, I'm gonna sample this, I'm gonna steal that, and then I'm gonna be a professional producer. How can you call yourself professional, if you are a thief, you know, if you're stealing? You cannot just do that. So, no, I don't do that. The guys, you know, I've been working with Ableton Live. It's one of the programs that I like to work with. I started back in the days with Fruity Loops. It's like a car. I always say it's like a car. You know, you have different cars, but you can drive all cars. It's up to you which one you like. It's the same thing with videos, filming. Yeah. So for me, Ableton Live works the best.
Whatever floats your way.
Yeah, voila. Whatever floats your way. So the drums. Here we go, the drums. What do I have? Nothing yet. Okay, kick. Very basic kick. Boom. Really like standard. I don't really go into a lot of variations. People talk about layering kicks and everything, but me, I prefer to have the direct normal sound. It's a normal kick. The snare is the typical trappy snare. I don't really like making trap beats. Everybody's trying to make trap beats. I like trap beats, but I also like to be different.
You are already very different.
I'm already different, so it doesn't matter anyway. So okay, you see, that's kind of rhythm I want to go into. There's another snare. A lot of trap beats, a lot of other beats go with this extra counter snare, like and I think I'm gonna do this as well. So let's record this beat. Okay, as you've seen, I didn't really play it perfectly, but that's not a problem because we have a DAW, which means we can edit, of course, what we've recorded. So quantizing, not a big fan, but sometimes you can use quantize, but also make sure your beat doesn't sound like a robot, you know? You don't want to make it really sound like a computer beat. Always make sure you add some human touch. So for example, if I see a mistake in my beats, I just sometimes let the mistake be there because it's human. But of course you don't want to have a big mistake.
The
but
perfect imperfection.
yeah, the perfect imperfection. Wow, we have all these great quotes today.
Yeah.
So if we record the two we've just done, we got this. So you see, it's like basically already a beat, but of course we need to start editing, start replacing everything. So after I got the drums and the main synth, I almost every time go for the bass. I'm not sure if you guys do that, but again, it's the way you produce. I like to add bass from the beginning. It's important that you have a bass because everybody's always talking about, yeah, 808s and we have to punch it, and it's true. You need to have a very punchy, hot sub or 808, but don't overdo it. You know, don't make sure it's coming like whoa.
It also comes down to detail, I suppose.
Yeah, it's a detail. So what kind of basses do I use? I most of the times combine things. I combine 808s with subs and everything. And this one is a very basic 808 that I'm going to use. You know, you can add it in sampler, it's called in Ableton. You just add a 808, then you can play it on the keys like. Woo! No, that's not really serious. Okay, so we got this. And then we just start recording again. Then, after I have this, I was looking into my synths and I found this little funny sound. I'm gonna let you guys hear it. It's kind of cool. It's, if you listen to it, it's dreamy. I like dreamy sounds. You know,
Yeah.
one of the things I always do in my beats is make it, you know, emotional. I like emotion. It should always have emotion, but also like a dream. So this sound is really cool. And when you go to the melody I was doing, what kind of melody was I doing again? Should play it again. Okay, we were here. So we were on this one. It's in C. I started this in C. If you hear this, it's really, I'm not sure if you hear it clearly in the video, but it's really nice sound. Also guys, after this video, make sure you subscribe to the mailing list because I'm going to send you a lot of new stuff in there. I'm going to send full tracks. We're working on a new clip as well. Yeah. So, I mean, there's going to be a lot of stuff happening. So get on that list, get the free beats, send me over your raps and lyrics. It's always interesting to hear, but just know that I'm going to do some crazy stuff. So
it's getting serious.
It's getting really serious, you know. We're only at 2,000 subscribers, but it's already 2,000. So also thank you, okay? Thank you for being there. We're going to make this shit pop.
Well said, bro.
Yeah, well said, bro. Okay. Okay, we're going to record this. I'm gonna get basic on this one. I mean, it should be in the background, not really in the front. This sound. So let's start with basic recording. Stop. You got it right here. Again, quantizing is a question you may ask in this case because I was sometimes too late. I'm not sure what I have, but in any case, you have to decide yourself. You want to quantize, go for it. I quantize some things like the first keys. Sometimes I do that, but not always. So I'm just going to do a little quantizing in here, and then we're good to go. If you have a listen on this, yeah, it sounds cool.
Yeah.
Cool, right? Okay. All right. Now, next step. I'm not sure if I'm going to add keys. I do like to add the piano and the grand and everything. What kind of grand do I use? I've got the Sample Pack Ultimate. I think you guys know what it is. Native Instruments Ultimate Edition, Ultimate 10. It's, you know, it's Contact and all the things in there. So yeah, it's an interesting pack because you got all these kind of great grands and strings and everything, and it's maybe a little bit pricey. I mean, you can pay a minimum like 300, 400 for it and maximum 1,000, I think. But it's really worth paying for it. So again, don't steal, pay for it and use it as a professional guy. Here we go. What's this? I got these keys. I don't think I'm going to add keys. Why is this? Because recently some people have been saying on my YouTube that I use a lot of keys, but again, that's what I like to do. I like to add keys in
It's your personality.
It's my personality, but also I understand it. Of course, if you have every beat with keys, I know it can be boring sometimes. So let's go for different sound.
Try to reinvent yourself.
Reinvent yourself. Always reinvent yourself.
Yeah.
Never accept just simple things. Try to explore, you know, comfort zone. You don't want to be in the comfort zone if you're a producer. If you work 9-to-5 jobs, which I also do, by the way, but after my work I do producing, of course, and I'm going to be doing this for my whole life. But if you're doing like normal life, okay, comfort zone is great. But as a musician, as an artist, as
in every
branch,
even in the,
yeah, as an entrepreneur, as someone who creates, who invents, you gotta be going for extra steps, you know, get out of your comfy zone. So I'm gonna get out of my comfy zone. I'm gonna add a sound that I'm not using all the time. What's this? It's a kind of pad. Yeah, I like this though. I'm gonna check how it sounds, if it comes in the beat. Alright, so I found this little synth. It's a little synth pad, and it has some darkness in it, and I like darkness, you know. You guys know that I make a lot of film music as well. It's always a little bit dark. Inyas is always asking me like, David, create something positive, create some more healthy, clear, happy stuff. And I try and I do it, but I prefer dark, mysterious things. Like this is really, yeah, it's really nice. We gotta add this. So what kind of sounds already have? We have this, and yeah, we got this little synth from the beginning. We got the beat. I'm gonna check if we can add them together. Here we go. We also got the little sound. And the 808 also as well. Woo! Start to get something, right? We're only working like, 20 minutes and we already have this feeling, so it's good to have a feeling in the beginning of the beat. If you don't got a feeling while you're creating a beat, like there's no emotion, or if you're thinking like, I'm not sure, then just stop, you know, just go cry at your mama's place. No, that's not true. Really, okay. I'm gonna record this low end lead. I'm gonna record it here. Okay, so together with the other sounds, let's go. Okay, so it sounds maybe a little messy now because of the, BPM playing out loud here, metronome. So I'm gonna show you what I've recorded right now. It's very basic. So yeah, these sounds are really normal now. I haven't done anything on the mixing, that's afterwards, you know. I always start creating, finding the products, and afterwards you go for the mixing. So for example, what I'm gonna do on this lead, I'm gonna add some compression. I think I'm gonna add some distortion as well. Cut it, no cutting in the low end, I think. I'm gonna add it in the low end with the 808. But again, that's for another video maybe. I'm gonna show you more about mixing and all that stuff. But now, let's just get into the producing part, you know, the initial start of the beat. So what do we got already? If I'm gonna have a little listen, at this very moment, we already have the following. Just a second, and okay. That's the 808. I think it's cool, you know, as a bass. And if you add all the other sounds, what you have is this. Yeah. Woo. Okay, so you hear I've added some hats, hi-hats, hi-hats. You can add hi-hats every time you like. But very important with a hi-hat is that it's snappy, that it's like, I mean, you can add a hi-hat and it can sound like, or you can make it, and I think that is very important. You know, it sounds like a stupid guy explaining this, but really you know what I mean. Just cut off the low ends, make sure you have some hi-hats on the hi-hats, so high ends on the hi-hats. God damn, that's difficult. And yeah, it's gonna sound a little bit funny like this. And then in the end, 1, 2, 1, 2. Whoop. You've seen that? It's like in the end, it's going like a machine gun. Shout out to Redneck Beats for doing that, because that guy is doing that in every beat. Shout out Redneck. Also shout out to Chucky, by the way, Chucky Beats. I mean, he's a friend of us. He's a homie of mine, you know. And this guy is doing
really nice.
He's doing crazy stuff. Go check out his channel. It's Chucky Beats. Redneck is Redneck Beats. I mean, we're a group of young producers getting together, and I love it. Love it to work with them. Okay, so guys, I've been copy pasting some stuff now, and Jas is maybe getting a little bored. I'm not sure, Jas.
No, it's okay. It's okay.
Everything
yeah,
to
it's
add
really
here?
nice to actually see the progress of how
Yeah.
you make a beat, because how you make a beat. Yeah, I never sit next to you when you make them,
No.
and we do so much together that it's actually nice to see the progress.
Alright, that's great to know. So what I've been doing now is, I'm not sure if you can see my screen. I'm not sure if you can. I'm just gonna turn it a little bit. You know, I've been placing
In the next video, we should get a screen recorder.
yeah, screen recorder and all that shit. It's gonna come later. But what I've been doing is I've been copy pasting some of my samples. So I've added all the different sounds. I added a little bit of mixing, just to make the beat sound a little bit crazy, a bit more like one complete part. But again, I'm gonna explain later on how I do mixing and mastering and all that. I'm not always doing that myself, by the way. I'm gonna be honest. Sometimes I ask someone to do it for me so I can focus on creating beats. Alright, guys, that's basically it. So I've showed you a little bit about how I make beats. Thank you for watching. Make sure you subscribe, and of course, there's gonna be a lot of new videos coming your way. IGNACE, thank you for being here. Check out his channel as well, IGNACE ALEYA from Tolerate Cinematics. Great introduction into the film world. This guy is crazy. So yeah, guys,
Thank you so much.
it's a pleasure, bro. I'll see you guys later, and of course, have a great day. Bye.